Got my dream job. Yes, yes, life goal accomplished. So, for those who have been watching my channel, one of my life goals is to work remotely so that I can live in Florida for the majority of the year. And then, if I wanted to in the summer, travel around. But with a remote job, I mean, I could really travel whenever uh, I need to or I want to, as long as I have internet connection. But it's been about 4 months since I originally applied to this job, and I recently got news this week that I will officially be starting tomorrow, May 7th, 2018. And I'm very thankful, humbled, and I appreciate everyone's prayers, encouragement, and support. Very thankful. Um, and I want to share with you that I want to share with you a little bit, the just what's going on through my mind. So one is, again, I have positioned my life over the course of the past couple years to be here, to be in this position. It doesn't just happen. So a couple years ago, when I had came back from a trip from Florida, I said, man, something needs to change in my life, and I need to change it. I'm not happy long term in New Jersey. I'm thankful for what it has given to me, job opportunities, a nice environment, etc. But I want to live in a warmer climate, and I want to be able to not be anchored down to have to go to one specific office every day. And so I began the journey. I said, all right, well, even before I could decide on a different job, I need to sell my house. I want to downsize my life, and I want to be mobile. I want to live a simple life so I can take more risk, so I can live more of life on my terms. And that's what I did. I sold my house, listed it in 2016, sold it within a couple months, looked at different downsizing options. Eventually, through the magic of YouTube, watching people, I eventually saw people living in their car, said, man, I want to try that now. There's nothing simpler than that. Let me give it a shot. So I started living in my car. It's been over a year now. Spent 2 winters in my car. And I knew at the beginning of, in the winter of this year, I said, long term, I have to really start to figure out something else because I don't want to spend any more winters in New Jersey. And so I wanted to stay with my existing company because I've been with them for about 10 years, and I enjoy working with them. I actually enjoy working with the people I currently work with in the role I work with. The problem is it's static. I have to go to one office for a specific period of time. And so opportunity came up within the company for a different role. And so I applied. And I eventually got it. But what I want to say is I applied about 4 months ago. Why am I sharing that? Because any job that you apply for, on average, it's going to take at least 4 to 6 months from the day you apply to the day you start. Okay? So if you apply for a job, don't get anxious if you don't, start it 2 weeks later. Are the pros are I'm going to now, be able to live life as far as where I choose to reside, which I will reside in Florida. I'll be able to do that on my terms. I'll be able to travel with the weather and have my new home state and not be anchored down to one specific office every day. That's a huge pro. That is everything I've dreamed of. The negative is I will have to travel sometimes based on me having to go to different locations, possibly to do different things. In the beginning of my job for the next couple months, I actually will still be staying around the same places in New Jersey because I have to do some work locally in order to set things up long term to work remotely full time. The other negative is, again, I'm leaving something comfortable. Anytime you get a new job, you have to leave what the current job you have in the current situation. That is nerve-wracking, scary, and it's change. There's something inside human nature that we don't want to change, especially if there's nothing forcing us to change. I've been in my same role for 9 years, working with pretty much my same manager, and I pretty much have what I need to do at my current role before I change over to this new one. I know everything I need to do. I mean, it's pretty much on automatic. I mean, there's still work that needs to be done, but I pretty much know the routine. So when you're not forced to do something else, it's very hard to push yourself to do something else. But if you are feeling an itch inside your soul that your life is not 100% fulfilled, then you have to push yourself to change. You have to push yourself to get a little bit uncomfortable. You have to push through being a little bit scared. You have to push through a little bit of uncertainty. And that's how you continue to grow. That's how you continue to fulfill your destiny. And it will be a little bit rough in the beginning, but long term, you will become a better you. I've went through this with other job changes. Before I had this job for the past 10 years, when I had came here, I left another company. I didn't have to leave that company. But I saw this, the current company I'm working with, I saw it as a better opportunity. But it was scary to come here at first. Every time you do something new, it's scary to come at first. You're unsure of yourself. You're a little bit nervous. As you get older and as you do that more, it gets less. But your dreams don't become a reality until you go after them. Yes, you fail. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, you will be scared out of your mind, but you have to go forward. You have to get back up. You have to start now and refine as you go. Your dreams don't become a reality until you go after them. And when you achieve some of those dreams, people will think it's quick. I was talking to a great friend yesterday. He saw me and he said, Sam, I still can't believe how much weight you lost, because I've lost over 200 pounds in my life. He said, I still can't believe how much weight you lost. And it's like, one day I just woke up and I saw you skinny and I thought you had surgery. And it was like shocking a little bit for me to hear that, because I know for me, tracking my own progress, it took me 3 years to lose 200 pounds. I didn't, because I did it all natural. I just did it myself. I didn't do any diet plans. I didn't do any surgery. I didn't do any of that. So over the course of 3 years, it took me to lose 200 pounds. It wasn't overnight. I mean, that was a lot of long, hard work, ups and downs. But for him, how he saw it, and I understand it, he just woke up one day and he saw me like skinny. He go, what happened? There's a quote that says, I don't know, it's like, it takes 6 weeks for your body to change. 6 months for people to notice, something like that. And it's the same thing when you apply yourself to your career, your life goal. One day people wake up, oh, that's so great. You got everything you wanted. Yes, after positioning my life to be here 2 years ago, applying 4 months ago, being in the same industry 20 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, you get where you want to be, not overnight, but by small, consistent steps. And then when you get there, people look up and say, oh my God, I can't believe it. You're here. And people think it was quick. And they're happy for you. They're not saying it in a negative tone, but they can't fully see all the time, effort, and things that have taken to get there. Yes, you need the grace of God. Yes, you need some good luck. And yes, you need people to give you an opportunity. But you will have to, over a period of time, make decisions, take steps to get you closer to your dream. You don't become a snowbird by daydreaming. You become a snowbird by getting the vision, then taking the action steps over a period of months and years to position your life to do that. And the final couple things is, look, is this job going to be perfect, my dream job? No, I mean, I'm an adult. I've been through enough in life. This job, nothing in life is perfect. Nothing in life is without work. And in the beginning, it's probably going to be even more work than, because, it's a whole new thing I have to set up. But I'm thankful, and I'm forward, I'm stepping right into it, and I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to give 100%. And it's, I'm going to make it enjoyable. Because that's what you bring to the table is, you bring your work ethic, you also bring a positive attitude. And as a leader, you create an environment that's healthy for you and for those around you. And, and you thrive in that. And, long term, I would love to just live off my investments and be able to, just live completely, on my own self-sufficient money. But to get money to invest, to do different things, you have to work. I'm not against investments. I'm not against risk. Yes, a lot of majority of them fail, but majority of businesses fail, things fail, but that's part of life. I mean, you have to still do what you feel you need to do. But what I'm trying to always say is that, look, how do you get ahead in life? You work consistently, you work consistently, you work consistently, and you live below your means, and you live below your means, and you live below your means. Then once you've acquired a certain amount of financial freedom, then you can do different things, and you can try and take different risks. But, you got to put in the work. There's no way around that. And yes, you will get grace along the way. Yes, you will need it, but you still do your part. Faith without works is dead. So I'm thankful. Thankful for my dream job. I'm thankful that I'm now a Floridian. I'm thankful that, God willing, I'll never spend another winter in New Jersey. Even if I had to come up here for some time to do some work. I mean, I'll never be, my old life now is behind me. When I lost 200 pounds, I knew it was scary in the beginning because I looked, you think, well, I hope I don't put weight back on. But I got to a certain point where I knew I would never go back to that person. You leave a certain job and you're never going back to that lifestyle, to that life. There are periods of your time, like my brother John said, one of our great viewers, Sailing John, never going back. Never going back. He's going down, sailing in his boat. He's been anchored on the coastline of New Jersey, and in the winter he's just basically unanchoring his life, and he's basically saying he's never going back to that comfortable spot that he's anchored in. Now, I know some people say never, but I am here to tell you that at some point in your life, and at different points in your life, you have to get to a mindset that you say, I'm never coming back. Because until you're determined to change more than you're willing to stay the same, you won't go forward. You have to be so ready for change that you refuse to stay in your current situation. That's the only thing that gives you enough energy to sell your house. That's the only thing that gives you enough energy to throw things out. That's the only thing that gives you enough energy to push past being scared of change. You have to be determined that I want something different. I want something more from my life. I want to fulfill my dreams. It's that energy, it's that mindset that pushes you forward. Even if in one sense, you have to go back for different things. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about will you ever do something again? It's like, I'll never be this person again. And I'll never be in this situation again, God willing. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the prayers. I'm thankful for the grace. And it's a testimony also to repositioning your life takes years. Putting in the work is necessary. And then you're going to be in the position to have different opportunities. Preparation meets opportunity, and the grace of God always, because we all need the grace of God no matter what, in my opinion, in my view. Thank you. I will make more videos. Obviously, I document my life, so once I, am done up here gathering the information I need to gather, and I start to migrate down, probably being a full-time time I get down to Florida, but time you'll see where I travels. I'll share my life with you, and I'm excited to do that. Excited to share my life, to hopefully it inspires others, but not that I just want to be me, and I want you to be you. You take a little bit of me, you take a little bit of someone else, but you always put your own twist on it and you live your own life, because we're all unique. We all have our own fingerprint, and I'm just so thankful. Forward.